No other tripping hazards here either, by the way. My knees are killing me, his back's killing me, his knees are like everything. We don't want to sit down because we're like, my knees are in really good shape. Good for your knees,
Probably 22, but I went out to this.
Dude, what are you up to?
physically see it.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of heavy stuff. I mean, Well, it's because it's not a, if you have to go to the White House and then to the embassy, it's not around the one side. It's around two.
I was over there.
Yeah, I'll take it on the other side. Yeah, yeah. Right. Well, no, I've got that. Right, seamless transition.
Plug in.
I'm not, I'll just text him to battery swap.
So it might be lock boxes or something.
Try to keep your photos.
That is.
You do a Capitol Hill story, White House speaker, like in an hour or every half hour. From the White House.
Okay, everybody, these two guys. No, this is not a get ready to shoot. Just situational awareness. These two people walking over here are not being
Okay. Thank you.
No.
What are you trying to sell?
Almost six.
No, so I can't.
You don't like it?
The menu. Which is great when we get like you really want to come up and lurching forward, would throw up a shot and not going to work.
Because most of it's
Check this out. I'm here with Joseph Phil Daniel, Joseph P. Daniel, right? Joseph P. Daniel 1. Joseph P. Daniel 1. Joseph P. Daniel. Make sure you follow. Okay, right on. Check this out, folks. We got some of the folks from disinformation, the mainstream disinformation purveyors. Let me introduce myself. Sir. Oh, hey, how are you? Ivan Racing. Yeah. Who are you with?
Do not engage.
In DC though. But I don't think I've
Do
talked.
not engage. Do not engage. Disengage. Walk away.
CNN, Criminal News Network. Oh, Criminal News Network. So when are you going to interview me with the whole details of my role? Because I basically ran the whole January 6th, that fourth Nancy. So my planning was, remember the Pence card memo that was retweeted by President Trump?
I'm going to do some live here.
So that basically, it ties into this because John Bolton is very close with not only Mike Pence but also Liz Cheney because he was going to vote for her as a write-in. But last minute he decided to endorse Trump. So as you look into all of his communications, John Bolton's, you're going to start to see the communications and the seditious conspiracy that he was behind, coordinating with the Cheneys, the Bushes, because you remember he was Bush to White House, and also Pence, Bush, and the Cheney family. That's why you saw. That's why I always called it the January 6th committee. It's stood up. The long form name that I called it was the Pelosi's beloved Benny Thompson and Mike Pence's beloved Liz Cheney's January 6th cover-up. Because it was trying to promote that insurrection narrative that is going to continue to collapse on its face as we further expose what's going on. Not in this particular case, but the investigators that are looking through his devices that they seized, right? It wasn't a raid, it was just a search. When they pulled his devices, they're going to see all of that. Because not only did they pick up the 18 counts that the grand jury proceeded to put out of the but I mean, that's going to ensnare all of those communications between. Remember, he's probably on the Republican side in the national security ecosystem. He's been in the system for 40 years. 40 years. So I have to think of the 40 years of communications that he had and all the crimes that are going to be exposed to that. This is literally the droplet of water before the full glass before you even start the appetizer. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to go to So it's Evan, right? It looks like we're going to be here a while. So it's Evan? What's your last name, sir? Correct. Perez. Yes, sir. Belize. Oh, what a good one. Yeah, I've been there. Been in Oman?
No, I mean, if you haven't, fine.
Belize City. Okay, nice. So he's from the... So Belize is an Anglophone country in Central America, which I've actually been to myself. I visited as a tourist. It's pretty nice. It's a small country.
Belize intelligence, that guy? Communist?
I don't know, maybe. Well, probably. I mean, well, I shouldn't say probably. Possibly. All right, let's see who else is over here. Folks, can I introduce myself?
Hey, how's it going?
Ivan Reichman.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. Who are you guys with?
Talking freelance.
For what? Getty? All of them. So you support what? AP?
Right now, freelance.
Okay. Freelance? To the CIA too, right? FBI. Oh, look. See that? I said CIA, and she's like, ooh, let's go talk to her. Can't resist.
She goes to the Anderson Cooper CIA fake news training? Or
Ma'am, you looked when I said CIA. My name is Ivan Reichman. Okay.
It's called group home and group.
Seriously, don't know? Right. So if somebody's watching this, listen, okay, you don't want to go. Okay.
1, 2, 3,
Fair
4,
enough.
5.
See, that's how you handle it.
1, 2, 1, 2.
But I also have some.
Yeah.
But I'm just introducing the reason why I was going to talk about myself and Bolton. Looks like we're going to have a little fun. I was going to introduce myself to everybody out. I'll make a discussion. What about you folks?
Oh, you're business officer. I'll follow this. Just like have a live shot.
So these guys like to cover things, but they don't like to be covered. Ma'am, have we had a chance to? Hi, what is it, Christine? Christine, good to meet you. Who are you with? She's an independent woman. Independent woman, huh? Freelancing? Do you know who today you're freelancing for? Oh, so you're colleagues with Evan?
I'm calling everybody.
So this is all CNN?
No, but everyone, like,
So
all
everyone,
work for everyone.
and pretty much everybody here is local, probably DC Dave.
Goal, baby.
Okay. So why do you choose CNN over some other?
Yep, we got you.
Whoever hired for the day? But those guys, isn't that guy from like Fox or something?
Yeah.
Guy all the way down there? Oh, good. Yeah. You don't know? Okay. All right. So what do you think about criminal business? Or faux news, if you don't want to talk about the
I don't have any.
How about faux news?
Sorry.
No? Okay. Well, it's good to meet you. It's a pleasure. Thanks for engaging with me, Christine. Christine, right?
Yes.
Sir? Still keeping warm?
Trying to.
Okay. Okay. So you guys are all freelancing, huh? I don't know, though. I think he's a regular. I know this guy.
Let me go shake your hand.
Let me go shake his hand, but I don't want to interrupt.
Hey, man, how are you? Good to see you. Is that okay? Yes. Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm doing not too bad.
You know where I stand. There we are. Senior USDC.
Every time that there's an important one. Yes, sir. So, yeah. So I gotta keep going on. Oh, it's because it's MSLSD. These guys are standing. Zoom in right here. See right there? That lady? When I said CIA, she perked up and was like, oh, what? CIA? It's because our beloved favorites, John Brennan, are always on MSLSD, right? They're always talking smack and continuing to treason while this current administration just lets them treason. I'm guessing that, you know what's going to happen today? Just like last Wednesday when we were at Alexandria Federal District Court, Jimmy Homie Tony was out there. He was not arrested, just walks in and walks out. And guess what? He did all of his devices as he continued to coordinate and communicate with the anchors and contributors of MSLSD, such as Johnny Boy Brennan. So, I'm going to say this. I know a lot of people are going to be angry at me for saying it, but I'm going to say it because I'm an analyst, right? So if Abby Spanberger and that Attorney General of her similar party wins their race in Virginia in 2 weeks, guess what's going to happen to this administration that lives or works in Virginia? Best case scenario, they're going to be arrested and jailed. More likely than not, they will be slaughtered. And the reason why they're going to be slaughtered is because they're just going to enable and allow the Charlie Perkins of admin officials and never prosecute them. Why? Because the crime will have been committed in Virginia, wherein their Attorney General, that via text is always texting anything about conducting the murder of not only officials such as the former Speaker of the House of Virginia, but also his children. So these are the people that we're dealing with. When I say these are domestic terrorists, their rhetoric is very commensurate with terrorism. And so when they're not treated as such, and they're not rolled up by the current Attorney General of Virginia or other federal law enforcement officials, if there's a federal nexus or jurisdiction,
Spread like cancer.
they spread like cancer. And they spread their disinformation via these types of platforms. See this brand right here? Probably some of the worst. MSLSD, the criminal news network that we have over here, and then some of the others. This one here, I gotta be fair. Balance, that they say. This News Nation? Well, some people are like, oh, well, News Nation is balanced. They have both sides of the aisle talking. Guess who they have as one of the key contributors? Remember that guy that slaughtered, essentially, at genocidal levels due to his decisions in New York as the governor? Well, his buddy, his brother, Chris, so Andy's little brother, Chris, was doing what? He's now on News Nation. Oh, the vaccines weren't safe and effective. I will never forget your involvement in the COVID economy. So I get it. This administration right now is still covering up for its involvement in the economy. You did it foremost, but the next administration is not going to be so kind. Remember, any felony that has a capital punishment attached to it as a maximum punishment has no statute of limitations. So whether it's in the next administration, or in 8 years, or in 12 years, at the end of the day, my life, like my legacy that I want to hang my hat on in my lifetime before I die, and I'm going to pass it on to my kids if I don't achieve that goal, is to guarantee that everyone is held to maximum account for their involvement in the whole COVID. Okay? And it'd be interesting to see how much involvement Johnny Boy Bolton had in it. I haven't seen any evidence of that, but we will see. We will look. So I think we kind of covered most people here. They're still talking, so I don't want to interrupt them. But, sir?
Yeah.
Point? You should point or you're not? Yeah,
This may have maybe something that doesn't.
you did?
Look at the 70s, in the 70s and 80s.
Who are you with, George? You hear what I just said about you guys? Oh, yeah. No, most of the people say it's not too bad. You know Chris Paul in there?
Yeah, and they were.
Genocide.
We were. Yeah, like.
Yeah, it wasn't a good pick. Well, I don't think we'll challenge that. So if people are happy with that, folks, can you go ahead and do me a favor and tag Chris Paul and his brother Andy and let them know that that guy is one of the key genocidal, let me just say it this way, those involved in the COVID disinformation that forced people into taking the jabs that were unsafe and effective, that resulted in numerous murders.
Tens of millions.
That resulted in millions of injuries.
Millions of injuries.
So again, everything I say is allegedly, right? Allegedly. Evidence is there. There's no.
Yeah, it's really good.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, so I think we got some new folks here. Oh, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. I'm sorry about it. Be apologetic. Get nothing to hide or run from. Should never be apologetic. But what was your name before you run off? Okay. What was his name? Since he's your colleague. Let's find his turn up. He's one of your colleagues. Sir? Why do you have to be so disrespectful? See that? it look like on high? Get a nice shot of this beautiful federal courthouse. We got over 100 people in there, right? 1 trillion people. Oh, wow. Okay. So, is anybody commenting yet?
I like it.
No comments, huh? Okay, no worries. I'll start out. I'll start out with the commentary. So now that you know who's out, give it a little overview. From on this side, you got Criminal News Network. On this side, you got News Nation. On this side, you got MSLUB, and also we're in Greenbelt, Greenbelt, Maryland is where just down the road is where the other place is, right? Anyway, I'm going to be inside now. Just a little bit further down the road, we have the NSA. National Security Agency. Early on in its time, no such thing. It's America's premier national signals intelligence collection. When I digress, I really want to say it. Terminology. The reason why I said that is because the former national
I have like 67 and I'm pretty happy. It's better than 13.
Mr. John Bolton. John really
65, 700.
national security advisor within his portfolio.
I go by the city.
All things security.
I got that's so cool.
DOJ says that acted like entered such court cases in the White House and serious things classified as top secret FBI level, most sensitive. Here's the ones that we have the purple. Email accounts with those families. President Trump reacted 40 years.
So we're looking at 35, 40 years. This guy has been essentially defecating all over the place. Right? When I say defecating, I mean basically this guy is all about, he couldn't find a place anywhere on the planet that didn't deserve a lawyer for his
We're there, FBI agents sprayed the there was photos in the DC office at the end of August.
So this guy right here, John,
Many of these
has been
classified
in the
documents
national
were
security
used to wrote in his book. Bolton noted the prior DOJ did not charge so Fox only was investigated under the by DOJ. Bolton said in a statement that he lost Donald Trump, now I have become targeted weaponizing the Justice Department to charge those PD or any other charges that were declined or in fact that quote sounds like when Bolton requested unclassified documents found in the possession of both then former President Trump and
Secretary of Retribution, and I want to get your name, sir, because I want to scrutinize whether or not you should be considered and nominated for the deep state target list. Sir, with all due respect. Or maybe with no due respect. Apparently. So anyhow.
and Bolton now in formal regulation will have an initial hearing following.
Somebody will have it. The video's good enough. We'll do it. So, going back to before I was so rude about Thank you. Again, it's the verbal letter. Did you see here when I said
Yeah, it's 1998.
just perked up?
20 years younger.
Miss. Any comments on why you missed the perk up?
I'm going to go and pour it down.
Just like,
You want to wait on the other track?
we're just not.
It's like I have like a different
Oh, it's one more now. Okay, cool.
Especially around 9/11, leading up to 9/11.
But it'd be interesting to see this conversations going back.
We need that. We need one. He's had the same
AOL has been around for the longest of any mail service. So it'd be interesting to look and see if we can obtain all of this communication, especially with Governor Bush, especially with Michael R. No, I'm sticking to just the Republican side. So this is key. This is how key this indictment is. It's a good thing. Years.
Courthouse in the background, or with the disinformation purveyors back there. Oh, you're getting a gentleman over here that's fleeing the scene. So, it'd be interesting to find out whether or not there are some subsequent conversations between John Bolton, Mike Pence. It'd be interesting to see what communications were had between John Bolton and, wait, did I ever mention Lizzie Cheney? Or Dick Cheney? Well, it's funny that I just mentioned it because, just to remind folks, it was Mr. Bolton that said he was going to write in last election cycle Liz Cheney for president. He stated so publicly. I wonder why. Wait, you know what comes to mind when I hear that? So if he's going to write her in, he probably has a little relationship with her. And her dad, when he worked for George W., and her dad, Dick Cheney, was the vice president. And he was probably communicating with them regularly, so they're tight, right?
Yeah.
Which then begs the question,
All right.
Johnny Boy Bolton, how much did you communicate with Liz Cheney as it relates to the Fedsurrection cover-up of January 6th? Well, I digress a little bit. Let's go back a little bit to 2018 to 2019 period when he was the National Security Adviser. 2018 to 2019, folks. Isn't that the same period of time when General Flynn was being persecuted to the maximum? Huh? I believe it was. And wasn't that the same period? Not that I believe it was. I know it was. Because I had a first or second row seat to the entire fiasco of deep state operation. In every hearing, I read every court file. So it'd be interesting to see how much of a role Johnny Boy Brennan was facilitating and helping and providing top cover to Mike Pence to go ahead help him remove General Flynn so that John Bolton could take that position. I get it. There was an individual between HR masters that became the National Security Advisor after General Flynn and whatnot. I factor that in. Still, those are some things to ask questions about. Those are legitimate. Would you agree? Those are legitimate questions. Well, that gets to the January 6th component. I want to focus in still on the 2018 to 2019. We'll move forward in 2021. 2018, 2019. You got to remember, this is in May of 2018. Remember when Rod Rosenstein was fired and Jimmy Helmy was fired?
John Bolton could face up to 10 years.
Right? That rattled the deep state. So what do? Let's usher in.
John Bolton.
Man, are you one of the attorneys for Bolton? I don't know. She may have been. Let's see. We'll fact check it if we can. So 2018 and 2019. Remember, we had 2017. They removed him from
10 years behind bars.
and then in 2018 timeframe, they started going after him in earnest. And then in 2018 is when President Trump starts the removal of Jimmy Helmy, right? So remember, there's the Russia probe, and the cover-up to that was the Mueller. And then, there's so much to talk about. Everything I've described over the last several years is just coming to hand, right? It's all coming together. And John Bolton seems to be the guy that is the easiest to look into and look at his communications to determine, oh wow, were you providing top cover to Rod Rosenstein? Were you providing top cover? By the way, Rod Rosenstein. So herein lies the problem, okay? Rod Rosenstein used to be the U.S. attorney for this district, for Maryland. He's the only individual that of the 93 U.S. attorneys. I get it, 94 districts. But there are 93 U.S. attorneys covering the 94 districts. He's the only U.S. attorney that stayed from George W. Bush and stayed on into the Obama administration. So it begs the question. So 1 out of 93 U.S. attorneys is asked to stay on or left to stay on. What kind of dirt did this kid have on going political? Or was he the conduit to facilitate deep state inactivity? He's worthy of scrutiny. Now he was appointed by Bush. So I wonder how much John Bolton knew about this since he's close with that network as well. These are questions that I ask myself as soon as I kind of hear things coming out like this. Ooh, I hadn't thought of that one. Is that coming from you? See, that's why. This is like a premier operative here holding the camera. This is totally fantastic. Oh, huge crowd, 4 people. You gotta remember though, he's already walked in, hasn't he, sir? Sir? He's already walked in. All right, here. How you doing? Good morning, gentlemen. How you doing? I think they work. He's got a monitor in his hand. Some good indication.
I'm going to go in. Okay.
Does he still have a USB stick in there? In his mustache? With all the information? So, hey sir, you want to jump in? Give commentary? Introduce yourself? We'll take a little break before we go on to the next part of the film. So introduce yourself. I've seen you before, haven't I? Oh, just earlier. Okay. On X? Okay. These guys. So, yeah, so what's your story? Introduce yourself. Tell us what you want about yourself. Okay, go ahead and take over this conversation.
It's disappointing that Hillary was not there on the night. Attorneys were able to extend movers in a way to postpone.
In essence, but in essence, I apply that to cowardice.
Same with
Jim Comey, the head of oversight committee, basically said, you know what? Because I'm weak, I'm going to go ahead and let Comey not testify about it. Oh, and same thing. What's that? James Comer? No, Comey is the former FBI director. I'm talking about James Comer, Republican chair of the Oversight Committee. So which one's the Bloomberg guy? Oh, with the white camera? Okay. White and black striped camera. How'd you find out? You just asked them. Yeah, they're a little bit. Why didn't they tell me? Why? Dude, well, maybe I'm a CIA guy. Maybe I'm a fan. Hey, maybe I'm Jewish. And then you can talk to me.
Are you getting your orders from Bibi Netanyahu right now? Do you have Bibi Netanyahu on standby right now?
I'm not trolling him. Anyhow, it just exposes their pathetic
You can see the live stream of the fake news MSNBC thing right there on that monitor.
Allegedly, the CIA girlfriend
She asked that?
I get more viewers than her. I think it's more viewers than her. Give me a break.
Security.
Where do they get the money?
He's speaking truth in my vicinity.
speaking loudly in the middle of our shot.
I'm not even loud.
How does she make money?
You know,
Big pharma
I haven't
ads?
even raised my voice
They're very
once.
timid. They're very timid and they're very boring. They're very robotic.
NPCs.
They are incredibly.
No, so I like how you
Yeah,
deflected.
straight
That was good. So tell us about you.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here for practice because I don't know how the sausage is made.
You've seen some of my sausage, right? It's pretty transparent.
Oh, I've seen it.
You kind of see it. You just want to see it like live in person, experience it.
You can't learn unless you experience.
The word is she's going to get indicted in December. Alex Jones broke that. Yeah. So he was right about Letitia James. He was right about James
Tish.
Comey.
Tish.
Big Tish.
Peekaboo.
Big Tish
Big
has
Tish, peekaboo.
reaped what she sowed.
Are you going to be down there in Nothic next Friday for Big Tish?
God willing.
Yeah, God willing. You going to go down there for that?
Are you ready to see the Tish live? Walking right by you.
Tish live.
The OnlyFans star has been staying in one of her houses.
You do content regularly?
No, I literally am here to witness.
No, but you
Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5.
You're going to be okay?
Mic check 1 2 3 4 5.
Yeah.
Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5.
I choose to be cool. People think I'm all
Good.
scary. I could raise my voice. I could escalate. I could use expletives. I could get, more aggressive. There's no need to.
We're made in the image of
The
God. We don't need to
exposure
do that.
itself is devastating, right? And they know it's safer for them to just flee and not mention.
So many fake news people were reporting. So many fake news people were reporting the news literally looked like they had no life and they were so demoralized when they had to report on John Bolton.
All right, so let's go back to kind of the nuts and bolts and the sausage of what I think is going on. You got to keep in mind that John Bolton's been in the system for 40 years. You pull all of his communications. Yeah, they got 18 indictments for classified information, distribution, basically the same thing that Hillary did, right? And but amidst all of that, you're going to be able to see his communications with the Cheneys, the Bushes, the Mike Pences of the world, the Rod Rosensteins, and that's where I left off before I diverted. So Rod Rosenstein was the U.S. Attorney for the District of Maryland, which is here in Maryland, and he was the only U.S. Attorney of the 93 in the nation that stayed on from George W. Bush into the Obama administration, and then was later elevated to be the Deputy Attorney General. Okay? He was the Deputy Attorney General at the same time that Mike Pence, and I'm getting a Bolton on this, the same time that Mike Pence was the Vice President, the same time that Mike Pence's Chief of Staff, Joshua Pitcock, Mike Pence's Chief of Staff, Josh Pitcock, his wife, Josh's wife, Catherine Seaman, was the one Russia analyst for Peter Strzok. Hey, where's MSLSD? Let's do this by MSLSD.
Yeah, let's do it.
So as your contributor, Peter Strzok, Peter Strzok, his senior Russia hoax analyst was Catherine Seaman, married to Josh Pitcock, who worked for Mike Pence as his chief of staff. And as Petey Pablo Strzok, through his text messages exchanges with his girl, Lisa Page, were communicating, they're basically communicating, and hopefully somebody in the comments will post the actual text thread where they say, should we talk to Katie to run the 25th Amendment play on Trump? What? The 25th Amendment removal of President Trump. Are you saying, Ivan, that it potentially was coordinated between Pete Strzok, the insurance policy guy, with Katie, Catherine Seaman, his employee, Russia analyst, with her husband, Josh Pitcock, who worked for Mike Pence as his chief of staff? Hey, Mike Pence, how much did you know? And when did you know? And why did you do that? I suspect your communications are going to be found from your time with Mike Pence. You see how it all ties back in? When he was the National Security Advisor later in 2018. And if you kind of take a look and see, you do your favorite AI search tool, and you see that John Bolton said that it was only Mike Pence as one of his only allies in the White House. Ooh, interesting. You see why both sides hate me? It's because they're on my list. Wait, I want to make sure I'm capturing all the key highlights of the 2018-2019 time frame. Remember, Jimmy Homey was the FBI director, so there's that aspect of it. That's down in being Alexandria going on. It's good stuff. So, I mean, are they being too delicate with that? Yeah, I'm going to complain all the time because I'm here to motivate Maxine. But at the end of the day, they're indicted. But here's the problem. So while it's great that they're arraigned, he didn't get swatted, but here's the key thing. As you leave these people to roam freely, Jim Homey is coordinating with these guys, right? And his former employees at the FBI to continue to run a coup against this current administration to protect themselves. Number two, this guy Rod Rosenstein that I mentioned, if he's tight with John Bolton, do you think he's going to try to make sure that the U.S. Attorney's Office is leveraged or is filled with his own people that he used to work at so that John Bolton walks freely? See, these are the behind-the-scenes moves that are going on that are not so much in the courtroom. They are going on as they roam freely communicating.
Yeah. Who was Bolton talking to in the last 24 hours? Was it Hillary Clinton? She said, we're going to kill Trump. We're going to kill Trump. We're going to get you out soon. Don't worry, folks. We're going to kill Trump soon. Is that what she was talking to Bolton about?
I would say that he was communicating with his attorneys. Now, I put a post up, I think it was last night. Yeah, that, we got this thing going on today. Who the judge is, who the U.S. attorneys and the assistant U.S. attorneys are bringing forth this case. But we also need to take a look at and see who his attorneys are. I'm wondering if it's Norm Eisen, who left this. Norm. Excuse me, not Norm. Who am I thinking of?
Norm Eisen.
No, it's not Norm. Oh. Jim Comey's attorney, guess who that is? I did look that up. It's the same attorney that represented Crack Baby's son. The Crack Baby's son,
Hunter Biden?
you guys ever heard of him?
Does she have a comment about Hunter Biden's laptop and health?
He tried to talk quite a bit with Johnny Boy Brennan. Because Johnny Boy Brennan ran that Victoria Nuland too in Ukraine, right? Sir.
Does he have a comment about Hunter Biden's laptop?
Keeping a warm spot for you guys.
He was asking, is there a problem here?
He's the problem. So America's See, this guy's professional.
How many lies do you think he's going to say today?
Van?
How many
Van is professional. See this right here? He's seen me, and he knows how I react to professional, respectful dialogue. I actually say, you know what? So, see, that's how things need to be handled. That's how we were all raised. So, we'll go ahead and do that. They were here first.
They were here first. How many lies do you think he's going to say today on me?
So, we can kind of tune in a little bit, but we don't need to. Because we already know it's going, right?
Should I stand behind him with a sign?
Yeah, like they
Investigate 9/11?
Oh, you know what? Sir, I can provide you a copy of the deep state's target list. I think, did I print one off? You know what? That's a good point. We're going to take a little break here. Pass out some very important information.
Yeah.
You think I just brought a bag just for props, folks? Come on.
How are you?
Everything is deliberate, thought through, and planned, even though it looks unplanned and whimsical. So a lot of people ask me, Ivan, why are you so... Not yet, relax. Ivan, why are you so involved? Why this and that? Why have you never been arrested for January 6th and this and that? So what do you talk about?
Capitol building.
January 6th, John Bolton. Mike Pence, remember? It was the Mike Pence and Mike Pence's beloved Liz Cheney and Nancy Pelosi's beloved Benny Thompson January 6th insurrection cover-up committee. Okay? They wanted to promote the insurrection narrative. Because on that day, Mike Pence violated the Constitution on multiple fronts. Inside of the chambers, when he did not allow with Nancy Pelosi for there to be a quorum, and this is within C-SPAN on video, all for everyone to see. But they're not going to cover it because it's going to.
They got their narrative.
It's going to block the insurrection narrative. The insurrection took place inside of the chambers. That's where I was playing, right? But through legal theories of voting to object on the electors from the various contested states by state delegation. When Nancy Pelosi caught wind of it, they had to run the insurrection, right? Fedsurrection. And who reported on it first? Our beloved friends over here, MSLSD. Who also ran the insurrection play? The colleagues to his left, Faux News, because Paul Ryan directed it.
Oh yeah, Paul Ryan.
As the former Speaker of the House. Next, News Nation wasn't really around, so I can't really blame them for it. But Criminal News Network was.
Oh yeah.
They were also involved in that. And I think he's smirking back there, thinking like, oh, ha, ha, ha. The evidence. I've already looked at it. The reason why people laugh and like, oh, this guy's nut job, it's because they haven't seen the evidence. And when I say evidence, I'm talking about there's not a single person out there in the entire disinformation complex that has interviewed the following people in the collective. The former Capitol Police Chief, I get it.
What's the name of that one?
He was interviewed by Chief Stephen's son. Yeah, I get it. He was interviewed by Tucker twice. By the way, side note, I met with Chief Stephen's son for a good 2 hours over lunch and gave him my evidence of the Fedsurrection. And at the conclusion, I asked, is anything that I said inconsistent with what you know and see? If there is, investigate and then come back and tell me. Nothing. So when he went a few days later to go on Tucker Carlson's show when he was still at Faux News' Paul Ryan's disinformation platform, Tucker got fired because Mr. Chief's son exposed a little too much of Nancy Pelosi's Fedsurrection play. Okay, that's coming out again now. But this was early on when they were still trying to control the narrative.
How many feds were on the ground coordinating with Pence and Pelosi that day on January 6th?
Well,
over 270.
274 according to this last data dump, but I don't think it ends there. It's going to continue to show. So let me continue with this, since I'm on a roll here. So you had, so I said, Chief Son, talked to him, Tarek Johnson on numerous occasions, the U.S. Capitol Police whistleblower, but more importantly, Chris Miller, the acting Secretary of Defense, right? Basically, to summarize my meeting with him, at the end he said, this might be the first time I say this publicly, Chris Miller told me, Nancy Pelosi outmaneuvered us, is basically what he said. But when I laid out the evidence, he was like, wow, it looks like you know this stuff better than I do.
She wouldn't allow the
next person that I communicated with and interviewed for a few years now that has given me information, I'm just telling you my sources, folks, because I'm transparent, unlike some of these. I won't use pejorative, but I will say some of these disinformation purveyors. Because that's a factual statement. I don't like to use pejorative, but sometimes on occasion I like to.
Does that MSDNC guy work for the CIA, do you think?
So we have, who else? What about the pipe bomber? Huh? Well, guess what? The head of security at the Republican National Committee, a guy by the name of Kenneth Capolino, I've talked to him on numerous occasions, and he told me that from the onset he thought it was a diversion and it was inert. It was, and now they're going to. I said early on years ago. I said once it has been exposed so much, the pipe bomb, they're going to come up with the statement that it was just an exercise. It was a training exercise. Once we realized it wasn't there, because guess what? Kamala Harris, the beloved puppet head propped up by MSLSD over here, did she ever say that she was threatened by the pipe bomb at the DNC? Never. Why not? Because it was all bullshit. That's why. Because otherwise she would have used her political expedient narrative to win the election, right? Oh, my life was threatened when I was at the DNC headquarters and there was a pipe bomb being placed. But no, they don't want to talk about that because they put it there. Who's they? Remember, the DNC, the RNC, the Union Station, all the way down to Nats Park. That's all within the U.S. Capitol Police and Metropolitan Police Department concurrent jurisdiction zone. Don't believe me? Read Title II U.S. Code, Section 1979, paragraph E. Let's listen in. Oh, he's going to be here at 11 a.m. now. So we got a full hour. Good thing we got a nice charger. We're going to be here all day, folks, as we further expose. You know what? Let's keep sharing this. Let's get this thing to 10,000, maybe 100,000 like back in the day. Let's get Elon in here, you know, for him to listen in, to call out these disinformation purveyors. Okay? So, I might have to drop a little water at some point.
Yeah, this is a detailed indictment. John Bolton is accused of sending more than 1,000 pages of diary material.
We already all know this. He's just regurgitating the talking points. He doesn't give context. They only talk about what's going on right
What
here.
talking points did you just bring up?
1,000 pages of classified information. I mean, that, again, this is what's going on in the courthouse is like a speck of dust of the totality of
Tip
what
of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg. Not even tip, right? So, let's go back to this and say January 6th, right? It's going to showcase a lot of his deep state chicanery going on. I mean, you're going to start seeing touch points of how they went after General Flynn, weaponized against him, how they, the whole cabal that was involved. The deep state target list exists for a reason, folks. I've already mapped out who these people are. Now, it's up to this Department of Justice that is marred and infused with toxicity. Remember, most of the Department of Justice are jabbed scum, okay? They took the bioweapon, right? And so they're already predisposed to think and believe this particular disinformation career. Because if you probably walk into the department, you're probably going to see on their TV screens this main disinformation career. If you go into the Intel community buildings, they're either going to have Criminal News Network or they're going to have MSLSD basically pushing and zombifying the safe and effective toxic bioweapon jab, or the myocarditis making heart exploding jabs. They're all probably jabbed with, right? On multiple counts.
He's maybe got his booster this year.
They're probably still getting boosters, right?
He's got the nanoparticles going right through his head right now, maybe. He could just die suddenly right now on camera like so many have.
I pray they don't die suddenly, because at the end of the day, you know.
Maybe God will...
Stupid shouldn't be punished with death, you know what I mean? Stupid is just stupid. That's not criminal, right? But those that actually promulgated and lied about it, then those actions could potentially fall under the category of being seditious token security.
It's great to be pure-blooded.
And again, it's this. They always try to invoke, you're supporting this guy, the orange man. You know what? I could care less about the name of the individual that's an office holder. It's all about how these folks participated in Fourth Amendment violations.
And the
at
COVID
scale,
con,
in
among other
First
things.
Amendment
The Russia
violations
collusion
at
garbage.
scale. They're the ones that pushed the whole Russia hoax. America should bankrupt them first. All of these folks, right?
Licenses should be pulled.
And the reason why I say News Nation is because they have Chris Cuomo as part of their team.
A former champion for the COVID
They should know better than not to
side.
have the COVID DNA mutilation
mRNA bioweapons.
Brand ambassador. These were all big pharma brand ambassadors that resulted in mass mutilation.
Rachel
at
Maddow
scale.
was making over $20,000 every time he or she brought up the COVID-19 jabs. I don't know if Rachel Maddow is a man or a woman. It's hard to say.
Let's ask. Are they,
Do you believe Caitlin Collins is a
Gentlemen?
tranny? Maybe.
ma'am? The CIA
You could
perky
say.
looking? Ah,
Yeah.
CIA, perk up. Oh, we've been hacked. He said CIA. That stands for Central Intelligence Agency, but I sometimes, on occasion, regularly call it the CIA. Okay? Anyhow, taxpayers out there.
But we definitely know Michael Levon Robinson, a.k.a. Michelle Obama, definitely is a man.
Remember, just so that the trolls out there that love to troll me back, my words are my own, okay? The guy behind the camera, he's exercising his own First
Joseph
Amendment.
Philip
Philip
Daniels.
Daniels. So please don't attribute his statements to me, and vice versa, right? On occasion, I'm going to say I agree with you, then you can do that. But when I'm not saying anything, those are his own statements, and I'm not going to censor him. But I will respectfully sometimes say, hey, give me a moment, let me put in the information that I want to put in. That's about it. Back to January 6th. You want to re-ask the question? Kind of reset about what you asked me.
What involvement, what hand does Bolton have with the Pence Pelosi insurrection, in your opinion? Do you think he had any?
Yeah, so that's good.
Influence.
Yes, opinion. So I haven't seen any evidence of his direct involvement or communications coordination, but generally speaking, I would, if I were to search through his devices, right, I would take a look and see if he had any communications with folks like David Buckley, the former Inspector General of the CIA, since we're talking about the CIA. His communications with John Brennan, who was the former director of the CIA, right?
And he said, oh, he really likes
Liz Cheney and Liz Cheney's husband, whom I forget his first name, but if I'm not mistaken, as I was researching, Lizzie Cheney's husband was what? A lawyer. And he was a lawyer working over there, if I'm not mistaken again, I'm going to have to refresh my memory. He would have crossed paths with David Buckley, who ended up being the staff director for the Fedsurrection Cover-Up Committee, which these disinformation purveyors call what? The January 6th Select Committee, prime time, that showcased how, oh, Mike Pence, the Messiah Savior of the Republic, it was such an insurrection.
it was worse than Pearl Harbor.
It was so worse than Pearl Harbor. Pathetic. I mean, you guys are all complicit in it. I mean, just like scum. You're just so pathetic. No one bought into it, and that's why Trump was elected. Okay? Now we improve our position. Because guess what? There's a lot of you guys that are promulgating this disinformation, feeding the lemmings in our government, right? That are all, most of them, all jabbed, right? And so, do you think they have the courage to do what's necessary? No, because they fall prey to the disinformation constantly being into their brain as they, eat their potato chips or Takis, whatever they want to eat, the poison, right? And they're never exercising. They're just like, oh, give me another booster. Give me another. At least, one positive thing out of this whole thing, though, is they're no longer doing medical nose rapes, a.k.a. the PCR tests, right? They're no longer putting face toilets on. So, hey, kudos. 5 years later,
He'll show up with his
you're
mask
not wearing your face toilets. Not even one. Before you were doing the double, right? The double face toiletry. Jeez. So I mean, we're winning, inch by inch.
He
Down the
didn't
field.
show up with his double mask.
Oh, remember that? They're like, oh, let me put my hazmat suit on. Speaking of which, let me go on this tangent. Who was the one that promulgated? This is where you're gonna buy it. They're gonna like me for this one. 'Cause look at them, they're all laughing. This is the funniest part. Who was the head of the coronavirus task force in the White House under President Trump? How about Mike Pence? And how about who was the shadow governor? Listen closely, folks. It was Jared Kushner. So while Jared Kushner and Mike Pence decided, oh, we're gonna decide where the ventilators go to mass murder and slaughter folks under the medical protocols.
And the
of hospitals.
remdesivir.
And then we're going to send Fauci's remdesivir over to these areas of the country as the former head of the Republican Governors Association. Now, the White House Coronavirus Task Force lead, Mikey Pence, is going to decide with Jared Kushner who gets what contracts and who gets the money associated with the contracts to dole out the remdesivir. The ventilators, the face toilet, the PCR medical nose rings.
We're talking about notes.
You see how they have to listen to us, folks. This is how we work the system.
That's an MSDNC cold person.
LSD. Remember, if you look at
LSD.
it's more. I get it. It's talking head of the DNC. But if you look at what LSD, the drug did, it's basically it's to make those
Confusion.
those that are consuming their poison to be like disoriented and confused. Remember? CIA, huh? Miss CIA. So, Miss America,
That man may be
Miss
demon possessed
Arizona,
with 50
Miss
demons.
CIA.
He could be demon possessed with 50 demons right now. He's lied so many times live to, what, 10,000 viewers a
Write
day?
this stuff down,
100,000
very detailed, and the context is that you know it's centrally bound.
It's so glorious. It's so
That's where you
therapeutic.
really
And they
get in
just
trouble.
make it so easy.
And the real issue here is that the Iranians got access to it, so there was real damage.
Speaking of Iranians, why don't they mention? So here's what I suspect. Now this is not based on any evidence other than just relationships, and I'm an analyst, right? When they talk about how the Iranians hacked into Bolton, I wonder if John Kerry's name is going to come up in this investigation.
Oh, yeah.
So remember, John Kerry was the Logan Act violator during Trump's first term, where he was coordinating with the mullahs of Iran. I wonder if his name is going to come up during discovery, or however they're going to proceed in investigating this as they look into Bolton further. Because you got to remember, it was John Kerry that was the former Secretary of State. Okay? It was Johnny Boy Kerry that was the lead climate brand ambassador to make massive amounts of money on a new scheme, right?
Carbon credits with Obama.
Exactly. So, again, is there any evidence to showcase that there was any involvement there? No, not yet. But these are some questions that I would definitely ask and look into as you're searching through, and the AI tool that you're going to use to look through all of Johnny Boy Bolton's information. I would type in a query of not only Mike Pence, Liz Cheney, Dick Cheney, George Bush, but I would also query Johnny Boy Kerry.
Yep.
Just throwing it out there.
A skull and bones scumbag.
Okay? They're laughing. They know them.
With the inbred chin.
It's all sourced. Let's go back to sourcing. We talked about Chief Son. We talked about Chris Miller. We talked about Tarek Johnson. We talked about Ken Capolino at the RNC. Who else? Well, we got whistleblowers over at FBI. I know people at the head, right? FBI, DHS, DOJ. We get 25 years experience in the system. I don't know a single person in every single institution. Come on, folks. Are you going to introduce yourself yet, sir? I'm going to keep giving you opportunities because I'm a very generous guy. Maybe on the way back.
Cold shoulder is not good to show to Ivan the Great, the deep state marauder. How dare you?
And again, I can never be a victim.
Shame on
I
him.
only create victims. Okay?
Shame on that cold person.
So where's that gentleman that was here earlier? Right here. So can you kind of articulate to us as we walked up? What was the conversation? Give us in as much detail as you can what the conversation was, how they huddled up, who led the effort.
The guy with the red hat went to Faux News.
So,
and
okay,
he's like, you know
point it.
about these
So the
guys?
guy with the red
The
hat,
guy
tell
with
us.
the red hat went to Faux News, and he was like, hey, just so you guys know, these two guys don't talk to each other.
These guys are
I
hired.
don't remember the exact details. And then they all huddled in together, like.
Who's
you know,
all? Every single one of them?
No, this side. I'd say this side of the.
So the criminal news network
CNN,
side of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This side, they all kind of huddled together, and they were like making fun of you just because they're insecure.
But what were they saying
I
about making fun of
couldn't, I
you?
couldn't quite.
Oh, you couldn't capture it?
I was kind of standing in the back.
Next time you got to capture those things, though.
I got in a video. I posted it to my friends.
Oh, it is it?
Yeah.
What's your X account?
At those mad lads.
Those mad lads.
Those mad lads.
Spell it. Spell it.
THOSEMADLADS.
Okay, just like that sounds.
Lads.
Just wanted to make sure. Check it out. Follow him. He's gonna be out here today, right?
Yep.
So check things out. He's posting stuff. And for those of you that take a look at his stuff, please go ahead and send me the portion, and just kind of let me know the context of who led it. Let's figure out the red hat guy's name. Oh, look, let's go over here. They're kind of hiding out. Let's go in the sun. Hey, sir. Hi, Marie. How you doing today? Good? Sure? Okay, perfect. I'm pretty good too. So you're here doing camera work for CNN? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what do you say to the folks that call, I get it, but where are you from? I'm originally from New York City. But my parents fled the Soviet Union in the 70s. So Russia. Because I hear an Alabama accent when I say Chick-fil-A in Alabama. What state are you from? Oh, really? Where at? I took the home of the house. Speak Farsi? Yeah. You speak Dari? Azerbaijan? So, Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan? Okay. Georgia? Armenia? Iran? That's what I said, Farsi. Georgia? More west? So, very... Oh, so Turkey. Merhaba. Istanbul? Merhaba. There you go. Pretty good. Good stuff. I like that. That's pretty good. All right, anyway. Yeah, you don't want to make comments. But Erdogan said you. All right, well, welcome. Stay warm out here, and sir, come on. You know you want to shake my hand. Come on, sir. I'm just being friendly, polite. I haven't used a single expletive all morning. All right, I'll be around all day, so I'll give you another opportunity. And one last question before you get some sunshine. Why did you tell the whole crowd here to not talk to me? Now, if you're a governmental actor, that'd be problematic.
CIA asset.
But since you're a private citizen, allegedly, ostensibly, that's your First Amendment thing to coordinate, not communicate. But again, if you're a man, which allegedly, based on your appearance, you look like it, it would be very respectful to reciprocate the politeness that I'm expressing to you, and at least respond. Okay? But I'll be back. There'll be more opportunities for it.
Spring and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Gotta remember that next time. That they don't, you can't be powered. But by the way, I have a outlet right there. So if you need to charge, the big one is not cable. I saw somebody with 2 chip cards the other day, and I was like, wow. And you know what? It's great. We were using I know you probably too, recorder. I had
Hey, what's going on? Who's Craig? So that's what you guys put up.
I hear there are more layoffs coming. Isn't that crazy?
From CBS, you mean, or what?
Well, no, NBC just put on.
Oh, I know, 200. Yeah, I know. Who are you with here? No. Oh, you're. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, this is great. Oh,
His gym.
Yeah. Jimmy's here?
I don't think he was that successful this. Like, if he gets something, it sounds like.
Everybody's crazy everywhere. But you have a bar here? This guy's so loud.
Okay, fire.
Yeah, Dad found a place today where we have some potential. Hey guys, we gotta leave one side or the other open. So I can't have any birds on this side.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna set up here. This is our.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were bringing more equipment.
No.
Okay, all right. Thanks. You guys have somebody on the other side? That's what
Bloomberg. Yeah.
We sure will get it.
Oh, you did? Okay. I noticed you had,
Oh, you been? Ma'am, Ivan Rakeland. Brianna? You were at the, I think, the Capitol. You ever report to the Capitol? I'm Ivan Rakeland. I'm just an independent reporter. Investigator, researcher. I was in to make sure everyone's kept on. How about you? You doing good? Who are you with? I answered you, and then you're just going to run off? Okay. More disrespect coming from, I guess, the disinformation purveyors.
You think John
Is
Bolton
my assumption.
making an announcement right here?
How about you, sir?
How about me, what?
What's your name?
Ivan Rakeland.
Ivan Rakeland. That's okay? It's your name?
Yeah.
That's different. But my guess is that you're with CBS, based on that demeanor.
Center for BS.
All right, back to what I wanted to say. So, I'm gonna raise my voice not out of anger or angst. It's just to make sure that more people back there can kind of hear what I'm saying. Okay? And you know what? I think the center. Let's go over there because more of them are back there. I want more people to hear. What about you in the middle? Okay, so here we are. We're outside the courthouse, and number one, as I was being investigated by the Biden criminal syndicate, this is what they did to me. As literally probably the only insider, like I explained, they feared me so much. Luckily, it's pretty clean, right? And so they investigated me. What are some of the things that they did? Well, let's take a look here. Notice regarding a request for customer data. Ivan Rakeland, right? So this is in my email inbox, and it says, Apple. This notice is being sent from a no-reply email account. Dear account holder, on July 27th of 2022, Apple received a legal request from the Federal Bureau of Investigation requesting information regarding your Apple account. This legal request only allowed delayed notice to the affected customer, meaning me. The contact information in relation to the request, FBI. Requesting agency location, Washington, D.C. Now that could have been the Washington field office, or it could have been FBI headquarters. Legal request type was a search warrant. Okay? Requesting agency case number, you see it there, 22 SC 1876. Pursuant to the applicant terms of service, blah, blah, blah. Sincerely, Apple Privacy and Law Enforcement Compliance. So, why is the FBI looking into me? Huh? Eh? Let's ask over here. Maybe Peter Strzok can tell me that. Our beloved MSLSD analyst Peter Strzok. Or maybe Andy McCabe can tell us that. Our beloved former deputy director, right? Or maybe the guy that he just sat down for an interview with overseas, a guy by the name of Jackass Smith. Huh? Maybe Jackass Smith knows a thing or two about this particular search warrant of me. Just throwing it out there as a question. Next, let's take a look at another receipt, as it's spelled. So my next receipt, oh, looky here. This is from Fake Book, from the Law Enforcement Response Team. Hello. Oh, let's back up. I'll read you through the email chain of how this was. Oh, I only incorporated the last part. So Facebook basically says the same thing that you just read on the Apple thing. And I asked, they said, if you have any further information, then, I responded to them. When was the original request date? And here's what they sent back. Hello, for more information, the requesting agency may be reached at the contact information below. Who did the same thing to me via Facebook to look at all of my content, communications, probably geotagged location data. FBI.
So it looks like
Agency case number. Look at this. GJ, Grand Jury, 2021, October 13th, 4 years ago, this week, case 83086. You see there? The year 2021, October 13th is my guess. So let's take a look. 83086. Is that the same number as here? It's not. Interesting. Requesting agency case number. That's a different case than this one. Oh, how many cases are they got going after me for, huh? It says here, we are unable to provide you with legal advice. If you have questions about this information, we suggest that you consult with an attorney. Thank you, law enforcement response. For more information, remember, this is from Facebook, right? Facebook sending me this email.
We have a field office inside of Washington, D.C. FBI.
Next. It doesn't end there, folks. So think about this. Is it Jackass Smith? Oh, wait. Wasn't it Mark? Wait, let's go back to Facebook. I'm just remembering things. Wasn't it Mark Zuckerbuck that was on Joe Rogan and he said, they sent a couple FBI guys over to us to censor the Biden criminal syndicate laptop. So who made this request? Mark Zuckerbuck to come after me? Was there a grand jury trying to indict me? Mr. Cash Patel, can you help see what this is about? Mr. Dan Bongino, Mr. Andrew Bailey, Miss Pam Bondi, Mr. Todd Blanche. Let's ask them to see. Oh, sir. Yes, sir. Hey.
Sorry.
You going into court?
Yep.
Well, come back out. We'll talk. No, he's busy. He said he did it. He did it okay.
We should have shook their hand.
I think he's one of the big name disinformation purveyors. So anyway, going back to this one, so Facebook, remember, Facebook at this time in 2021 is a surrogate little bitch of the FBI, okay?
extension of the intelligence whole.
Censoring, canceling, suspending, right?
You dare talk about
But yet, Mark Zuckerbuck is 2 weeks ago, or no, about a month ago, in the White House, as he's giggling on one side, and on the other side, Bill Gates giggling on the other side, as they're owning this administration, unfortunately, for now. But we're going to fight back. Okay. Next. Who else? Wasn't Google now, what are they called? Alphabet soup? Google was one of the biggest disinformation platforms online that was censoring, suspending folks, right? Let's read this. Dear Google user, Google received and responded to legal process issued by the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, compelling the release of information related to your Google account. A court order previously prohibited Google from notifying you of the legal process. Huh? A court order, huh? I wonder who that judge is. We'll find out. We are now permitted to disclose the receipt of the legal process to you. The agency reference number or case number on the legal process is Grand Jury, 2021, October 13th, 83092, 83086, and then 2021 R02724, and then 2021 R00164. For more information about how Google handles the legal process, view our transparency report for that matter.
What a joke.
Google is not in a position to provide you with legal advice or discuss the substance of the legal process. If you have other questions regarding this matter, you may wish to contact an attorney. Reply directly to this email and any further communications regarding this matter. Any communications not sent as a direct reply to this email must contain the subject line, "Attention Google Legal Investigation Support." Reference the case and identification number and be sent to user notice in order to enter the appropriate routing and processing. Regards, Legal Investigation Support.
What year was that? 2021?
Google. I got this on January 5th of 2023. Notice, that came after the Republicans won the House of Representatives, and they started to be like, oh, we better slow this thing down so that the deep state marauder doesn't come after us at scale.
Who's coming out there?
Ooh, wait for it. 1036. Make sure you get the... Okay. Next.
So where is it all standing now? Is it all over with?
So these are three. These are just three of many that I decided. Because Apple's pretty big. Facebook's pretty big.
Google too.
Google's pretty big. Arguably the top three, right? Data aggregators, right? So, what am I getting at, folks? Grand jury. One thing to note, I was one of the targets, persons of interest, of Jackass Smith. My name was redacted. They didn't want to mention it. They never want to mention my name. The January 6th committee report talks about my tweet, the Pence card. They never mention my name. Why? Because of fear. That's why. Because you bring me in to testify, whether it's with agents, or you bring it into a courtroom, there's going to be evidence of me communicating with you now. And then I'm going to explain to you the entire rule that I had in forcing Pelosi into the Fedsurrection. Okay? You're going to... I'll give you the name, the timeline, everything, because I've investigated all of this already. But these scum right here, starting with, let's refocus on these scum. Whether it's Paul Ryan's Faux News, okay, who, by the way, was the Speaker of the House, and his Sergeant at Arms, Paul Irving, okay, his Sergeant at Arms, Paul Irving, was the Sergeant at Arms for John Boehner, and was the Sergeant at Arms for Nancy Pelosi that ran the Fedsurrection play from his office, right? And then you have here MSLSD, okay? Did the same thing. So while Mikey Pence and the Republicans were working the insurrection narrative over here, Nancy Pelosi was running the insurrection narrative via these scum, MSLSD.
Pushing out the same fake
While
news narrative.
Pelosi was leveraging the criminal news network scum over here. Additionally, commie bastard sellouts, CBS, were doing the same thing with the insurrection narrative. Okay? So that's basically what was going on. So, it's interesting how all of them are afraid to say, careful with the cables, so you don't fall and trip. You notice how no one kind of wants to put their name on there, because they're embarrassed. They're good little Nazis promoting the narrative.
That guy was so rude to you in the green jacket there.
No, he was fine. All right, let's go over here.
He wasn't cordial at all.
This guy has to be MSLSD, because he's hanging out with the same crew. The red hat one. Sir, you shouldn't be afraid. Why are you so afraid of it?
Did you hear that?
I'll come around here.
Yeah, it's like every time you get a like an ACA crash. Here I go. Hey, can you send that thing to us? Because we're starving.
I don't know.
Hopper responded saying, let us know if you can send it to us.
Definitely not.
I remember one guy just to the crew that are not working. So what it does,
When people flip out, the way I do that is you can't really hear most people. Literally, that's when.
so I told you they moved Eddie
So there
to
you
the
go.
Senate. Apparently, according to the law,
guys get? Another compliment. Rubbing off on me in a good way. I just came up with one investigator. I've been investigating probably ever since. No, I think it's an EOG. Exactly what status. Contract with the start. I have the second order. You have a cost of $3. I had at the time. I said it. I had it set up. And then in addition to that, I had an extra role in our They're there. We're weaponized. You guys want to make a cake or anything? No? My name's Ivan Rayford. I want to see you. Well, you got a couple seconds left to make a statement about Mr. John Bolton. No? What about Rod Rosenstein, Mike Pence, his involvement with Mike Bolton, Liz Cheney, Dick Cheney, Mr. Bush, President H.W. and George W. Bush? No comment. Hey, I get it. They were busy. Very busy.
They got to represent a scumbag.
Well, I don't know who those individuals were, so I'm not going to lay any sort of. Those could have been the. Anybody have any insight? Was that the U.S. Attorney's office, or were they Mr. Bolton's attorneys?
Ma'am, you know who those people were?
Mr. Bolton.
But can you guys just move this a little bit so I can get a shot of the movie?
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, no worries. Costs $10 to move the other.
No. Go on. He's a little bit more rowdy and rambunctious than I am.
Thank you, God, for letting me be here.
You've actually toned it down a lot since we
Trained you well.
Because you get a little. Because I've got comments. People are like, "Hey, dude, your camera guy, that's Joseph." Damn.
Yeah.
You can calm him down. I'm like, I can't control him. I can only make suggestions. All right, so I don't know. Like, no one's commenting. That's too bad. Let's start a new screen. Hey guys, I'm gonna start a new screen, and I'm gonna make sure that the comments are on, so you guys can ask a question. Stand by. Put my X count on alerts. We're going to go ahead and stop this screen. Go back. I want to have an interactive kind of conversation. Let's crowdsourcing this. I kind of make that shot up more effective. So let's go ahead and end the screen.
It's like, no, I'm looking like,
Alright, so if you can hear me fine, give me a thumbs up, comments. Alright, here we go, folks. This is going to be more interactive, so you can actually ask questions, comment. Hopefully it doesn't get too wild. Because I guess I didn't have the comments on.
Thank you, Ivan. It's on.
Okay, good. Boom. Alright, so any questions as we get people in here? Let's take the first question when we get like back up to maybe 1,000 or something. Is it going pretty quick?
Quick. You got it.
Okay, so while we're waiting on folks, please comment where you're
10-4.
please comment where you're coming in from. What part of the U.S.? Maybe the world. Just so that we get a sense of where. No, none at all? Okay. Where?
Oregon, New Jersey, Michigan, Richmond, Virginia, Aurora, Illinois.
Richmond, Virginia, Eastern District of Virginia. That person from Richmond, Virginia could potentially be one of the jurors in the Jimmy Homie
From
trial.
Arizona, Patriot from outside of
Or
Chicago.
maybe the jury.
Coming to you from Miami, Florida.
Miami, okay.
Fernandina Beach, Florida. Michigan, Texas. Jews, love this guy. Ivan Freeze, right here. Coming from Minneapolis, Stan.
Minneapolis. Yes, sir. Say hi to Tim Tampon for me.
Australia.
Give him an extra tampon. One for each nostril, one for each ear, one for each orifice.
South Georgia, Ivan the Great.
Okay, so
Ohio,
we good?
The wine.
People trickling back in.
It's almost to 1,000.
Oh wow, that's pretty quick.
Ivan is Adam Schiff. Your brain's next.
I think you pronounce it Adam Bullshit, but that's definitely one of the key figures on the deep state target list. I mean, we got Homie, Brennan. I would suspect Brennan should be probably the next one. Adam Bullshit should be wrapped in. But at the end of the day, I mean, the hard one is going to be Mike Pence, and I think this is going to be one of the key ways to get to him. But I'm not sure that this
Someone calls you a
administration.
Fed. That's not true. Fed.
I'm actually not. So there's a lot of haters out there.
Sanitation from protection. Love your work. You rock, Ivan.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You're my oxygen.
Pence is a traitor, yes.
Yep. Hey, to quote Jamie Raskin said at the DNC convention, I quote, this is his words, not mine. He said, hang Mike Pence. I said, what? Now I get it. It was part of a broader sentence. But I like to quote that particular part of the sentence. That's just me. Good? Okay, so there I was. John Bolton was on MSLSD and Criminal News Network, and guess what he said? I wish you were recording on another device because I have it on that phone. But anyway, he said that after the Mar-a-Lago raid, he said the Justice Department should move with fast expediency to go ahead and go after Donald Trump. This is his own words. I wonder what he's going to say about his own particular case and his own trial. If the DOJ should move with deliberate expediency. Oh, karma, right? What do they say? FAFO? Huh? Ma'am? She looked up at me. I saw eye contact. Almost. All right, so same thing with Criminal News Network. Remember, Criminal News Network has your Andy McCabe's on there, right? And your Peter Strzok's, right? Same thing as MSLSD. Johnny Boy Brennan, right? Is all over those programs. That's why they're out here. They're like trying to protect their own. Their BS, bogus narrative. They're here in the protection game. And we're in the exposure game.
How dare they cover up for that deep state traitor? How dare they get paid to be out here?
Yeah, we're here to bankrupt these guys. So anyhow, questions? Anyone have a question?
Put some questions in there.
Yeah, let's go with some questions.
Block me again, cameraman. You are not a man's
Hey,
God.
another opportunity, sir?
Oh, there's a fake news guy. Thank you.
With no due respect, please, introduce yourself. Sir, Ivan Rachel. Are you proud of your fake news work? Say hi to your buddy. What's his name? Rachel? Say hi to Rachel. Sir, please. Before me
sudden you need to do something else?
Well, I had another Starbucks. That's factual information. Look at that.
Whoa! Easy, big fella. I think he was really cold.
That's nothing to say, right? And then you should order your shots to talk to
Yeah.
I mean, Abe was saying that he gave water inside. So. No, I'm good. I mean, unfortunately, I wish I would have known here. What about
Yeah, hello.
So we don't know yet if
Table in there. Handmade.
I got it. I got it.
Savior. I'm not a phony like Joel Osteen. I don't make money off my freaking ex. It's the content.
Right here.
Subscribe on the Holy Ghost.
Right, we don't have any.
Right here. So they're online.
We got 4 minutes until 11 a.m. 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes. All clear?
Let's take a question. Any questions about the MSLSD, the phone users?
CBS Center for
I don't know who's in the room, but we were told that this hearing starts at 11.
CBS?
Say that.
Hey, ask Ivan who had it stopped for school. Abolish darkness.
Yeah, you're saying don't.
Control. There you go.
I've always said it.
That person's going to read what he or she sows. God's watching that person. Oh, here we go, here we go. This guy's got a problem with us being. Looks like.
hey, I got this is more than
He doesn't have his mask on.
I appreciate your consideration.
6 feet.
That's why I was like, I want to make sure.
I haven't ID'd that.
The reason why I'm so polite about it is because he's approaching me that way. Otherwise,
If somebody knows who that MSDNC full person
I'm
is,
already
right there,
kind of compromised.
put it in the comments. He has
So I
not.
have to like, because what I'm doing here, as an example, is when somebody's supposed to be playing, yes, you still have to stand your ground and maintain your First Amendment, but I think it's good natured to when I'm approaching that professional way. I'm going to afford you.
Now there they go.
That's why I'm about 10 feet. Okay. So having said that, what were the questions? Oh,
Ask the fake news guys if they think shit would be next to you, right?
the previous question, who is behind, who had stopped stealing bag lots? You know what, I'm just going to expose some stuff that I never exposed. Did I communicate with Ali Alexander before January 6th? Not about January 6th, but I did talk to him and everybody else that was involved in that subway thing. To stop, to literally stop the back then, I had these plans and lists, who was supposed to do what in the administration, coordinating the effort, rally attendees, leaders, and stuff. All I was doing was synchronize everybody's effort to counter every single one of these summers. We're saying, whatever the heck they meant. Who wants it? We all do. We're not, at the end of the day, we proved it. And, but back then, everybody was trying to comply. To include Google, right? Censoring, we can't do this, and Facebook, and Apple, right? We're not Apple. Oh, there it is.
What do you think of Blanche? Does he need to go? What do you think of Blanche? Does he need to go?
I'm going to leave that to Alex Jones.
It's 11 a.m.
To flesh out. I don't know him. I've done my research. I've seen what people say.
Who ordered the counting to be stopped?
Which county? At the state level or in the
Clarify,
chambers?
Flip Dog 71. Clarify the question.
If it was Congress, it's probably the last time Jay took Congress. Who ordered the county to stop? Well, once Paul Gosar stood on Twitter,
John Bolton is facing a very serious indictment under the
basically, that was the trigger point for the big to say, we got to stop this and we got to usher in to be able to stop the effect. Because they could be
This indictment says that it was highly classified information in that material, and that he knew that said things like the intel briefer said or whatever in the situation. Again, according to that indictment. Now, he's in the courtroom today in the courthouse behind me for initial appearance, where he'll be read the charges and initial plea agrees to that. We also believe he's being processed for the FBI. You want a toad or something? And of course, as you said, John Bolton is denying wrongdoing. His lawyer says that this information is from known by the FBI for a long time before the now is he being charged. And that is true. It's an investigation road, survived demonstration, stalled for a while. They've done so with career process over contrast to what happens.
Look at my idea of career process. I did this. This is my favorite video with Jake Lang. And for those people that are like, the reason why I sit down with Jake Lang is because he's the prime example of the
not only we just support my daughter, or was exposed to the Iranians, because one of the acts. So what I've learned is that that is one place in the United States discovered there was this classified
He can have a defense. He can have a
well,
state court for that.
they had
But the video
what it
shows
does
that
Iranian system. They came across these emails,
he
and
was
that
part
sort
of
of
it.
fueled
So
this
for those that
investigation.
like
There was a debate in the Biden administration about whether they could move forward with this case because it would require disclosing to the Iranians that the U.S. had that penetration. That's a big deal. That's not often done. But the Justice Department decided that it was worth it.
And the DOJ are blocking
Rely
so they can continue to advocate for an insurrection. Meanwhile, it was a insurrection inside of the chambers, and all those people that were destroyed in the process, include those that still have been pardoned, that still continue to face the wrath of this DOJ, they need to be restored, reinstated, or the benefits of the military service plan reinstated, and then lastly, there needs to be a financial windfall going not from taxpayers through settlements with the government. It needs to be taken from the scum, like the John Boltons of the world, that probably also received quite a few funds through USAID, pay-for-play, money laundering stream, as the members of Congress, both Republican and Democrat, with their beautiful Ukraine lapel pins or their Israel lapel pins, and I'm surprised they're not wearing China lapel pins, like the China First, like the Mitch McConnells, the China First, the Ukraine First, the Israel First caucus, which is Republicans and Democrats alike, sending money over to Ukraine as that money gets laundered through back into the national security ecosystem, as well as into the pay for the military-industrial complex that has to have a war going so they can fund the military-industrial complex, right? And then also it funds the PACs that are run by both Republicans and Democrats. Yeah, it's on the money trace. These guys don't do it because they're feeding poison to the lemming retards of society that are just zombies. Seals. How many times do I need to go get
NPC, man.
Ridiculous. And then they push it out.
Somebody wants you going on Bannon soon and covering this with Bannon. Are you ready to go with Bannon live?
I can, yeah. You should go on Bannon and Alex Jones and
Alex Jones is to have you live
who
right
else?
now.
Is he on right now? Actually, yeah. In an hour. Who's that to 11:30? So, I guess I go with Bill, Alex.
It'd be good to hear you on Why were none of Flame's retards arrested on Jan 6 like Ann Vander? That's another spammer right there. Patrick S. 1188.
I know you got to ask. Well, first off, we're the most high IQ members of the American citizenry.
I'm a big dealer.
So I wouldn't say
I have it.
So I would say my IQ is supposed to be better than you're asking that. As well as everybody that we use in there. And Anderson as well. Screwing up high IQ. Thank you. And then, why didn't you get arrested? Well, look at that good. One, this is one that good.
Are you on a wave to MSDNC people?
Two is
You're live right now.
I know the system, okay? I know the system. I know the system. So like, I don't. Well, wait a minute. I didn't see how it is. And there was something different. Well, why would the vice president? Ooh.
Within minutes on this. This
You
guy,
guys, MSLC doesn't like it, huh? Some feds.
So they ordered like a different one that was like $100. And then they sent me a $400 VP. And it's a weird, it's a Sony, it's all
It's like a.
the boxes are like all the colors in there, really nicely. But it just doesn't quite look and so it's like 350. I'll turn around and it says 280 after the 5. It's random.
Yeah, I mean, it suggests that he's an expert in it, and he is. He's the National Security Advisor, and he was a very articulate critic of Donald Trump's handling of classified information in that interview and elsewhere, and even more recently when you had the signal chat where the defense secretary transmitted war plans to a signal chat that included journalists. Bolton was out there criticizing that. He's quoted in the indictment saying those things because prosecutors know that that is evidence that he knows the rules about classified information, and they use that against him in front of a jury.
I have a buddy who's saying reading. Instead of but you know, towing and then you got to
Let's see who's over here. Oh, wait. We're live. Somebody just shut us down somehow. Maybe from the FBI. The DC field officer.
Maybe it was Johnny Boy Brennan asking his buddy to bring a say down here.
It's a small club and we're not in it. It's a small penal club and we're not in it. Let me get a video of you out. Strong Ivan standing for the fake news people represented here. Here, let's go down here. John Bolton. I'm going to take questions. Looks like somebody blocked us.
So we'll stand by as we report on the fake news and the flight. Come on, sir. You know you want to shake my hand. It's taking everything out of me to not shake my hand. I can sense it. This physiological demeanor, but emanating. I want to shake my hand. The secretary is retribution.
Many are afraid of Ivan the Great.
Oh, by the way, can somebody do a quick search online to determine not only who this red hat wearing gentleman is, but also the gentleman over there with MSLSD? He's one of their anchors. Can you comment in there what his name is, please? We'll just wait. Because I want to address them by their names so that people know who they are. Again, because we're all about transparency, right? Full transparency so that you know who is manipulating the source of information that you're receiving. Okay? Come on, sir.
Were you really a Green Beret?
I was.
I heard your colleague say that.
Ivan Rape.
Well, thank you for your
Why did
service.
it take so long? Well, I'm a lawyer. I'm a Green Beret. I mean, I spent 25 years in the system, so okay, respect. Hey, if we're working on it. We can always convert people to the truth eventually. Why you gotta be so angry? Yeah, I appreciate that. Why you gotta be so hurtful, man? Just when he actually finally shook my hand, I'm excited. I shook a hand of one of the key disinformation purveyors on the planet, and he did it in a respectful tone. See how I played that? What's his name?
Nobody's commenting.
Come on, I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to say anything else, and I'm not going to give more analysis until you guys...
Find that guy's name. MSLSD. Who's got that guy's name, people? Who's got his name? Ivan's waiting.
Let's go get some sunlight. It's coming this way. Because my bald head, people always complain how pale I am. Sunlight. Is it Tom Yamas? Is the anchor? Here, let me put a little paper in there. What's his name? Tom Yamas is the anchor. He's the third anchor and managing editor at AC1G. Get Bolton as a national security advisor. Get Mike Pence as the vice president. 4 years and 9 months into this, not a single arrest. Yeah, you can argue, oh, they were arraigned. Yeah, they pled guilty. They won't let it all forgotten. At least for Jimmy Homie. This guy's probably going to do the same thing. Tish James. No, you can't do that. Just do a search. You can't do it in prosecution. Let me see. Click on it. It's not him. That has nothing. Hold up his name. It's not him. It's not Tom. Well,
You're not Tom Lamas. What's your first name?
Wish I was Tom Yamas.
What's your name, sir? So we can follow you on X.
no one has a clue who he is. That's how it works.
Take him a name. He won't even tell us his name. That's how it works.
Let's look him up. Here, just do a search on the internet. Do internet, not regular internet. Just type in MS. Or go to MSLSD right now and you'll see Brian's name. I don't know why it's so afraid of introducing himself. That's date. Bear with us for one time. We're trying to figure it out. Since you're not going to help me.
The guy won't even tell us.
Would you like a correspondence? Probably do it. Yes, I agree with national security. So I have. Yeah, he doesn't work like Tom also. But if we listen, you can't even tell his name. Yeah, but we're here to do transparency, folks. Bear with us. Yeah, watch that. There. No. Go back. So he's a field reporter. Go show all columns. Come on, keep working. Come on, America. Here, you hold this. I'll switch it. I'll show you how it's done. This is how it's done. Okay.
Where can we get your lapel pin?
Oh, for those that think I'm a Fed. See this lapel pin? It's the lapel pin for Feds for Freedom. It's an organization that was stood up after the illegal COVID jab mandate was instituted and promulgated and promoted by the biggest brand ambassadors of the myocarditis-making, heart-exploding injections, in the case of J&J, and in the case of Pfizer and Moderna, brought to you by, that is. I'm talking about the DNA mutilation injections. And for those that argue, oh, well, it's not a DNA mutilation injection. It's called, what's mRNA technology? Last I checked, in basic science class, mRNA is a component of DNA. Thusly, it's a gene therapy. Thusly, it is a DNA mutilation injection. That is also
What's
unsafe.
your name, Chris,
and
sir?
ineffective.
Mr. Fake News Man.
Did you find it?
Are you Chris Jansen? You're so unpopular, nobody on the comments can even figure out who you are.
Relax. Hold up. Just when he
Chris
politely
Jansen
finally
is a
shook my hand. Relax. Why you gotta destroy my rapport with him? Like, I'm trying to build rapport with these disinformation purveyors, and you're getting in the way. Jesus. I mean, I'm trying to embed into the propagandists, okay? And you're slowing me down. It's not polite of you.
Irrelevant.
I'm gonna get a new cameraman, bro.
Someone commented. Someone commented.
Is that Yamich Alcindor?
Yamich?
I think that's Yamich Alcindor. Are you Yamich, sir? He doesn't look like. What's his name?
Oh my God.
Are you Mr. Maddow? No. Didn't respond to Mr. Maddow. Maybe he's Laura Barron Lopez. Jake Traylor?
Kevin Dillon.
Here we go. Full cast. Full cast.
Maybe it's Kevin. Kevin?
Rule. Mr. Rule. Yeah, there we go. Kristen Walker. No, that's Ali Velshi. No, he's got.
Who is that guy?
Hey, Mr. Velshi, did you get hair? Is that a toupee?
It looks real.
No.
That hair looks real there, boy. Mr.
We'll
Maddow.
get there. Mr. Maddow. I mean, we can end this if you just tell us your name, and then we don't have to go through this process.
Name from us.
Chris Hayes? Is that him?
Beavis.
Richard Lute.
Dude, it's Kevin.
Louis.
It's Kevin. Kevin?
Wait.
Kevin?
Is it? Let's see.
Kevin?
Are the news anchors?
Maybe it is.
All right, he's a correspondent. He's not an anchor. We're learning the terms of our terminology.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Of course.
You can call him Mr. Irrelevant.
Correspondent
Alan. Look up Alan. Maybe it's Alan.
for MSL. Oh, it's because we've been putting in MSLSD. We've been wrong this whole time? That's why I can't find him.
He won't even tell us his name.
Okay,
That's
I
when
think
you know you're fake news.
I'm going to go to the... Okay, I'm submitting. I'm going to go to the biggest encyclopedic disinformation content creator online.
Up to you. You want me to miss it? Your call.
Oh, but they don't have the pictures.
Jose Diaz Barla?
Jose Diaz Balart.
Carlos Danger? Mr. Bolton? Is
Wait, how do I...
inside. Right there.
I'm not going to stop until I find his name, since none of the crowd is helping us. No one knows who this guy is. He's an enigma.
Bolton has not repented. He's not declared himself before God. He's continually working for Satan as I speak right now. Inside that building.
Okay.
Ken Dillanian.
Is it Andrea Mitchell?
Ken Dillanian. Put in Ken Dill, D-I-L-A-N-I-A-N. Dillanian.
Ken Dillanian? Ken, D-I-L?
A-N-A-N.
Here we go.
Yeah, Kenneth.
Yes. Kenneth
We got you.
Delanian. Sir,
Kenneth.
it looks like an Armenian name to me. With an IAN at the end.
Are you a CIA operative for the fake news?
Voch Baron. Do you speak
Ken.
Armenian? I know a few words myself. He covers justice and intelligence. I think our paths will be crossing quite a bit over the coming months.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Ken. Finally, America, we've identified him.
Good job, Joe. Good job.
So, for those out there that don't know, Armenian names usually end in an IAN, and his name ends in an IAN. Okay? The capital of Armenia is Yerevan, or Yerevan, if you want to pronounce it a little bit closer to Armenian, or even Russian, because those are the two main languages spoken in Armenia. Have I been to Armenia? Why, yes, I have. I've been there before. I wonder if our good friend has been there too. And he has the same first name as the head of security at the RNC on January 6th that said that the pipe bomb was a hoax. Me. He called it in. He called in his former employer, colleagues over at U.S. Capitol Police and said, hey, there's something going
That's
on
the fake
here.
news. He refused to ID himself because he's afraid. He's got fear.
Justice and intelligence.
He's got a spirit of fear.
Hey, team, if you're watching this, go ahead and do a background check on him and give me what you got.
Yeah, I
Same thing on him with that John Bolton.
yes, right here with Foul.
You know, we're going to be crossing paths. Because remember, justice and intelligence. So this guy, depending on how long he's been around, he knows exactly, he should know the FISA process, where it gets initiated, down at the agent level, the Woods file procedure, and then as the chain of command kind of goes up the chain for the approval for the Woods file FISA court submittal, it ends with the Deputy Attorney General and is signed off by the Deputy Attorney General. So if we go back to the time when this guy was the National Security Advisor, Mr. John Bolton, who was the Deputy Attorney General at the time, it was none other than Rod Rosenstein, who so happened to be the former U.S. Attorney for the District of Maryland, right here, that signed off on the FISA request, or the FISA warrant request. He was the ultimate signatory. As they went to Judge Rudy Contreras to sign off on You said you were from Belize City or Belmont, sir?
From the north, man.
Orinoco. Orange Walk.
Corozal.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't plan to, they don't plan to speak to them.
The criminal news network needs to be educated a little bit. Get a sense of where they are in their knowledge of or lack thereof. So we're here to counter. Take a look. See these guys? Just waiting. So while they report here, we report on them and we showcase to you.
This information was with the CIA, it was
Actually,
LA Times.
That's like 100 shared.
he shared articles with the CIA when he was
With LA Times.
Is that true, Ken? Shared articles with the CIA. What year was that?
Give us the
Look him up. Everybody start researching this guy, Ken. Well, looks like we got movement. Let's see what they're doing here. Keep an eye on the media. We don't want them to get too rowdy and rambunctious.
Sir, could you please move, please? Ivan, please?
Who's asking?
Blocking our shots, sir.
I will do it if that gentleman introduces himself with the red hat. I promise, seriously. If he can introduce himself, I will move.
The guys are blocking us on purpose.
platform than all of you combined, folks.
You're in Ivan shot. We're not New York shot, fake news people. Pipe down back there. Fake news people want us to do. How dare they? We're the real freaking news right here. No one's paying us to get here.
Right.
Big
This is
pharma.
unedited, right? This is
We got
unedited.
big pharma money coming to our pockets.
Everyone else was cordial and polite. That guy wouldn't even acknowledge it. All right, so what do you guys have on this guy, Kent? Anything?
Come on, people, send some information so Ivan can get this guy with the facts. He's got a shady past with the fake news industrial complex, Mr. Ken over there, at the MSDNC. Are you hitting a pretty hard one?
How you doing, sir? Got any comments?
Got any comment? The mustache man, Bolton?
What's your name?
Have you found a USB drive under the mustache, sir?
Looks like a young disinformation purveyor here. Yeah, looking for his colleague.
Something's coming. Anderson Cooper, baby.
Let's get these guys over here, too. Yeah.
Everything's strong. You got ready.
Louder, say it louder. Start from the beginning, louder. Yeah, start from the beginning, read it louder. No, you can touch it. Come back.
Graduated from East Longmeadow High School in 1986.
Okay. 1986 minus 18, that puts us at what? 68?
He calls himself an investigative
Born in
correspondent.
1968?
What has he investigated thus far? Maybe a Starbucks coffee that he got.
Protecting the deep state.
Just talking questions, Evan, tell Joe Scarborough to stop interrupting.
Did you notice the other day I was watching your buddy Joe Scarborough? His arm was shaking, like uncontrollable. I wonder if it's onset Parkinson's.
All right, here we go. Dylan his first professional position after graduating from Williams was at Philadelphia Quantum.
No, stand right here, please. Come on. What year was that? Let me think through this. 2014. He would have been. That was under Obama. That was Barry Hussein and Biden's reign. 2014. So you were sending drafts of your articles to the CIA for review? And John Brennan was the CIA director, and the Inspector General was none other than David Bolton, who was the guy that invited That's why he was afraid to introduce himself. You see how the dots are connected, folks? We're just getting started. Keep reading. Wow. Okay.
Hired for working with the CIA.
Is that what it says? Sir, would you care to make a comment, sir? Sir?
Look at that.
Is that a yes or a no? I can't tell. So stoic.
They're all lined up, trying to get their money. Getting their money.
Get
The
their
fake news.
Get their bank. All right, let's keep on Ken. So Ken is a CIA guy. So remember when I said CIA? What did Ken's assistant do with the hat? She immediately looks up. So that she gets the answer over at the CIA. Which you actually put. Hey, America. CIA to request approval before they put it out in order to manipulate, not only, even if he was doing it quote quote legally, where it's trying to impact foreign audiences, it still impacts American audiences, and that's wherein lies the problem and the potential illegal nature of it. So now, we might have to do a little bit more digging into Mr. Kent for potential criminal referral for his time as potentially conducting treasonous activity. Keep in mind, folks, treason, maximum punishment is capital punishment, which according to federal statute, there is no statute of limitations.
I think there's two things that can come from this.
How many times any different CIA people to put out fake news, destroy America? That's that guy's MO, right? That's why he won't give us his name. He lives in fear. He doesn't live in
Say his name. Yeah, we're just about transparency. Peaceful, Delanian. Kenneth Delanian. Delanian.
Anything I told you.
Okay?
We just exposed something.
Well, you can't let people up. You're complaining that.
Recent reporting by this guy's Delanian himself reveals connection to military source Walter. I give him the president's medal. So good.
Hey, I can hear you.
Alright. Wait, let's get this guy right here, man. Active.
Puff Daddy.
Sir, what's your name? Am I blocking your shot?
Nobody cares about your net worth. We don't care if your shots are blocked. You suck at your job.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, the best we got.
John. You can say about that guy.
Sounds good. I see the mic's up there, but you don't need me to go stick the mic up there. Okay.
Yeah, but look at you.
Fantastic.
Jack, what's that game on?
I don't give kudos. I'm very critical. Sir, care to make comment?
With regards to?
With anything in there.
You see Bolton's mustache in there? You see John Bolton? Did he have a UFC stick in his mustache? Big one. Get him, they're laughing. Get him, they're laughing. You're not allowed to laugh, ladies. You're supposed to be automatons.
Oh.
With no emotions.
They're building an entire fake news narrative on over.
Oh, is that so he was the one that for years.
Are you going to apologize to the American public and Canadians for your fake news?
For radicalizing half the country for the state to go ahead and throw it. You live in like Charlie Kirk. Or did you radicalize Michael Burke?
Copy that.
Yes.
The organization upon which you allegedly, according to media reports, were coordinating your drafts before you radicalized America. Allegedly. Yeah. Wow. See how team works? So like while I'm talking, you just need to give me a little bit of tidbits there, then I can connect it to all the research I've done over the last, I don't know, 25 years. First world famous price. Famous price. Yeah, so it's all coming to a head.
Hey, good morning, Marty. That's right. This is a very procedural step, but here, still the first time that we're seeing John Bolton appear here at the federal courthouse. We're here in Greenbelt, Maryland, just a few miles over the border from Washington, D.C. Coming into today, we knew he was going to make that initial appearance, but we did not know if this was going to be his arraignment. But we do now have that answer. Moments ago, John Bolton did enter that not guilty plea. The judge advised him of his constitutional rights and afterwards asked him how he pleaded to the charges. And John Bolton himself entered the plea and responded, quote, "Not guilty, Your Honor." Now, Marnie, this proceeding only lasted just a few minutes. This is the standard step that every criminal defendant goes through. And actually, in fact, a lot of what John Bolton was doing this morning here at the courthouse wasn't actually in that courtroom itself. He got here just before 9 a.m. this morning, and there was about 2 hours before he actually showed up in that courtroom with the judge, where he presumably went through the booking and processing process. So, for example, he presumably would have had his fingerprints taken, his mugshot would have been taken, although that won't be released publicly, and then really him coming into that courtroom and entering that plea of not guilty was the last step, because one of the final things the judge did is he sent his conditions of release, and so John Bolton is now expected to be released here from the courthouse. Well, I noticed when he came into the room, we were already seated in the gallery, and he was walking very quickly to the counsel table. And then once he was seated right next to his attorneys. He was there with 3 attorneys there. Abby Lowell, his lead attorney, right there on his left. And they were chatting a bit. Right when they got in the courtroom, Abby Lowell put his arm around John Bolton. They were kind of whispering to each other. They knew reporters were right behind them, so they were trying to make sure we didn't hear what they were saying. But they were quite chatty, talking basically up until that moment where the judge entered the room.
100% of the time, always. Wow. That's the most humble.
We do not have a trial date yet. However, we have learned what his next court appearance will be. That will be on November 21st, so just a little bit about a month away from now. Like you said, not a trial. It'll just be the next hearing in this case. And that hearing will also be before a different judge. Today, John Bolton was appearing before the magistrate judge who handles a lot of these procedural steps. But now moving forward, this will be assigned to U.S. District Judge Theodore Twang. One of the judges here in Greenbelt. He's an appointee of former President Obama, and now from here on out will oversee those trial proceedings. So no trial date yet, but it's that November 21st date when John Bolton will come back here and appear before that judge will oversee the trial when we might expect to get that trial schedule set.
Okay. This is very intriguing. You see how this section was generational rot each day covers itself up? There's going to be a point in this.
That's right. As you just went through there, Marty, these charges really fall into 2 different buckets. I'll start with the transmission charges. These all revolve around John Bolton's diary, where you have daily-like entries, and according to these charging documents, he sent those entries to 2 unnamed family members. And according to these charging documents, some of those entries contain sensitive and classified material. So that is the transmission charges, the first half of it. And then the second half of the indictment here, the last 10 counts, as you mentioned, those retention charges, those specifically allege that John Bolton, after he left the White House during Donald Trump's first term, that he continued to hold on to classified materials at his home in Maryland. Of course, this came after agents searched both his home and his Washington, D.C. office back in August. Thank you. Thank you. Do you guys still want me for 12:30? I'm realizing that's probably a cold show. Oh, never mind.
All lined up. Shielding.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that's the cold show, so no worries if you don't know the
All
answer.
lined up. The Rod Rose's, the protectors of Rod Rose, of the Biden criminal syndicate, of the Pence cabal, right? Of the Paul Ryan.
Low energy. They got dead energy over there. Dead. Like zombies.
By the way, I gotta give credit to myself.
That lady give you a handshake yet? That lady even look at you, the MSNBC senator?
She's still warming up. We'll get there. So check this out. Yeah. See these guys right here?
Yeah.
I gave them a carrot. I said,
It's a little different there.
I keep my promise. I will move from this position so you can go back to your original position under one condition. The guy in the red hat honestly gives me his name. What's that? You work for Roy Tards?
Roy Tards?
How do you know?
The Roy Tard guy?
Said us on this microphone. Maybe he's just a big fan.
He's a super fan of Bolton?
Okay, I remember you, sir. Let's zoom in. Are you with Roy Tards also?
That guy's afraid of Ivan. Look, he's walking away. He's so
Sir,
afraid of Ivan.
what's your name?
I don't.
ID yourself, sir. ID.
Guys.
Roy Tards. All right, here they come. They're
Here.
coming out. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Why not? Why not? Yeah. You're still going to get him coming out the door and walking across there as long as everybody does it. No. Just wants to get out. What the heck?
He's not out. He's trying to start.
Oh, thank you. He's not out of place.
You see how I know
same tune, right? All the others. I just ready to get John Bolton good truth. I just brought his hammer of truth to slay Bolton, the deep state sunshine. Ivan Reitman. What's that? What's your name, sir? Zach. Zach? Where are you with? Are you ashamed? Who you with?
Hey, this is Peggy with the DC Bureau. How are you? Good. I'm requesting a 30-minute roll on 9/12. We're expecting a roll. Yes, yes.
I'll stop once you get left. I'm trying to kill time.
Hey, could we get a roll on 9/12, please? We're not going to.
All right, guys, look them up. Do this soon.
Thank you so much. This is Peggy with the courthouse.
ABC.
Am I in Slack? Yes. Yes, yes.
So we got Ken.
Oh, the IFB stuff? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Bye.
What is it? Zach what? He's got to pay his bills. No. Not with that money. I'll take it home. Well, here's it.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm here for something completely unrelated with some juveniles, just as a heads up. So I just want to give you, just like kind of be,
understood.
just be cool.
Yep, yep.
Like, all right, appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate what you do.
Oh, there's disinformation for here.
I'm actually going to.
I'm the only one.
There's just no point. What's that? I can barely hear you. Oh, this guy. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the juveniles. I was like, well, I'm turning so you can't. Come this way.
Yep.
I totally misunderstood what you're saying. Oh, no, I turned my camera and you're like, don't turn.
No. I was saying there.
Yeah. Really, it's talking about radio. Yeah.
You got the escape vehicle where John Bolton's going to escape through and continue to treason freely through his devices. Because guess what? This toxic, feckless, cowardly DOJ and FBI will not.
Right.
Courthouse.
Thank you.
I did hear somebody say that.
And here we go.
Yep.
It's up. We got Politico. What's going on, sir?
Mr. Bolton, how are you feeling?
Hey, Mr. Bolton, Mike Pence will be in Maryland in his jersey to deport the country. Where's that below? What are you doing, sir?
You're a joke, Mr. Bolton. You're a joke.
Abby Lowell?
There goes the rat right there.
Over at your tower, trying to defend Hunter Biden, Biden criminal syndicate over in Delaware last year, wasn't it? I'm the guy that asked you, what kind of crack you smoke, Mr. Biden? Yeah, that was me. And you asked me, who do I work for? I work for myself. The American people are wondering, why are you representing Jim Comey? Why are you representing John Bolton? Why are you representing Biden? You know why? I know why. Because I've already done the investigation on all of it.
Have a good one. See you guys later.
I don't have a 5. I have a 5 and 6 are as well.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'll go run and get something quicker. You guys will.
Yeah, because I'm going to start with this.
Okay, just call me if you need. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Are we dialing up me?
Well, here we go. I don't even know what I got.
Sorry, man, I was in a rush.
No, no worries.
We had Lisa do last week. Are you good? You're done? All prosecutors left? Everybody's done. I need go in peace. Bless you. You could stay, but no one else is coming out.
crazy there for a minute. Anyhow. Well, anyhow, do you need me to resend that? Monte video? Okay. Yes. That was the second to last. Just the one bite, very large bite. Gig-wise, number pressure. I could do, but I mean, I started the day. We shot Veronica in front of the studio. And we shot Monty in front of the studio. Subculture. Maybe that's two different. We have two basic pieces. Yeah, there was that one. And that was after we did that. Monty.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
That's all. We're doing those prayers.
That's the only thing that can prove it.
Well, actually, I ended up getting so he's from Reuters, but I can do that. She's it's in my they let me get out of here. I can send that. I can drop off the last one that I just did, where I can throw in Abby Moore, who was. I think I can send it to you. 100 lines.
else tell me what I can do for you. That was fine.
I'll ask him. I'll ask him.
I wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. It was parked here already.
They were nice yesterday.
They are.
Chinese
food in the air.
Garlic, fascinating.
Top of his head.
Was it him?
It was him, yeah. It was his hair.
Yeah. Pretty good. Around here for next week.
This morning was good.
Yeah. Yeah, when I'm walking, little quick walk across the lawn there. Guess they got better stuff at the courthouse, but you walk.
Oh, yeah.
Pictures of that.
They didn't pass the defense.
The pictures in here,